And we're back on Island Life Live. You know, for more than 2 decades, the Hawaiian Council has brought together the strands of our lahui.
All while working to strengthen the cultural, economic, political, and community development of Native Hawaiians.
I gotta sit up straight. They're back in the hale. We got our kumu over here. Gotta be on my best behavior.
Never. Taller.
Kumu Mehanaokala Hawaiian. She's the senior advisor to Hawaiian Council's CEO. And we also have Kumu Hinaleimoana Wong-Kalu, our cultural ambassador. Aloha and welcome back.
Aloha.
You know, on Friday, we're gonna get serious here for a little bit. We received the disappointing news that the U.S. Department of Education says it intends to halt what it describes as race-based conditions when allocating taxpayer funding. Kumu Mehana, can you break that down for us? What does that mean?
So basically, the USDOE has decided that programs that are for Alaska Natives and Native Hawaiians and some Asian Americans, there's also other categories with Hispanic serving institutions, African American serving institutions that will be impacted too, although they weren't stated in this particular release that the USDOE did. But it basically means that they want to go ahead and take that funding back and relook at those policies and those programs to eventually, in the Trump administration style, cancel them.
Wow.
That's just mind-blowing.
It is. The impact alone over the years, over the last 25 years that I've been working in post-high institutions at the University of Hawaii system is devastating. Many of us who have college degrees today, you know, were products of those pathways that were created because of that.
No, the USDOE did cite that in their opinion from its Office of Legal Counsel, stating that many of these programs they claim are unconstitutional, that they restrict award eligibility to institutions based on racial composition of the student bodies. How is it that they got it wrong, though?
So they're basically lumping this in with DEI, right? And so it's that wide net that they're casting over anything that has diversity in it or ethnicity or any kinds of language or culture.
They're trying to strip that.
Ethnicity. They're trying to strip that all the way. They don't realize that Native Hawaiians, although we don't have a government-to-government relationship like the Native Americans we do have law that's written into, that the Congress approved over, I don't know, 30, 40 years since I've been involved in doing this, that specifically address the needs of Native Alaskans and Native Hawaiians across the board. Mm-hmm. So in many different areas, not just in education, but in health, you know, in housing, in all those kinds of things. So I just think looking at it kind of sort of with a positive lens, I'm trying really hard, right, is that they just don't know the legal precedence that has been laid down already, right?
They just need to be reminded of it.
They just need to be reminded that there is all this law that's there, there's all these acts that Congress, the Native Hawaiian Education Act, the Native Hawaiian Health Act, you know, things that that oversees the Hawaiian homesteads and the Hawaiian Commission, right? Like that, those things are written into federal law. So they just got to kind of, you know, take a look at their own legal history, you know, and then hopefully wiser minds will prevail after they go kind of through this. Yeah.
Kumuhina, you know, of course, there's a lot of people, students, faculty, people who will be affected by this if it goes through, that have some anxiety right now. What would you say to them?
I would say to them to remain unaffected by this, because while there's much to be said about the realities that surround us as Hawaiians and Hawaii, it is important to remain calm, be cool and collected, and if certain things happen as a result of choices made by the U.S. government, it is undoubted that our own Hawaiian community will have to do what we customarily do, and we take care of our people. While it's not necessarily the goal to try to make that a reality, and it would be ideal to expect that the United States government realize that its history with us requires their attention. But I would say to people, please don't stress so much that it changes people's lives. we will handle all as comes.
Nice.
Beautiful. I love that.
Well put.
Perfectly said. Kumu Mehanaokala Hind, kumu Hinaleimoana, Wong-Kalu, helping to keep us abreast of the things that matter in our lahui amongst our native Hawaiian people. Mahalo nui.
Mahalo.
Mahalo.
You guys.